Name brothers and sisters. And my daughter Jamie. I'm going rockin', rockin' down with the river. Smell the sound, I'm going digging, dancing around, I'm going scrounging, rocking down. Escape from a small too big town, escape from a small too big town, escape from a small too big town, escape from a small too big town. Pings a knocking, but we're not around, people talking. We don't hear a sound, cause we're rocking, feel the ground, pressure pounding, but we can't be found, cause we're rocking, rocking around and around and around and around and around. I'm going to read poems that I wrote with either my mind in Jerry's Diner or Jerry's Diner in my mind. So a lot of you have heard most of them, but here goes. This is called Grime. Searching this town for a place in my mind, it's so hard to find, confusion invading to keep us unaware. Have fun, don't care, it hurts, have a beer. Searching this town, no dark corners to hide, except in my mind, the depths of time, where its rhythm meets my rhyme. To express the madness we feel inside, towards the evil, toxic, radioactive, electric, murdering, poisoning, raping, dumping, mechanical, intellectualizing, computerizing, demon buzzing grime that tries so hard to keep us out of time, where its rhythm meets our rhyme. Frumpkin, dishwash, brainwash shit, gherkin, Gerber, monolith, Mojron, Plampley, silicon eye, trashin', thrashin', dumpster dive, fig tree, rubber plant, corn pone, firestone, thingamabob, get a job, Harley hog, get robbed, toxic bog, nitrates, allscape, faith, migrate, dawdle, fumble, crinoid, hemorrhoid, mandrake, snake, cannon, silly toy, girl boy, gel, hell, remel, turtle shell, dazzle, frazzle, cone gum, cum, shaman, Raymond, gristle, gum, chum, bittering tie, spit, cry, apple pie, why, mushy, flying, spam, frying, reapplying, lying, epicat, crap, camel, map, zwat, pat, charap, blend, spend, time to mend, frolic, rollic, friends, catatonic ultra lens, passing trends, end, change, rearrange, mange, mangy, muddy dew, slimy, slippery, sucky poo, sick, pathetic, sniveling wimp, stupid brainwash, hither, snip, twit, the whip, bonk, on the head, grumps, festering mumps, chumps, garbage dumps, cancer lumps, da-da-doo, swill, stew, metal goo, boo-hoo, cattle food, igamoo, true, battle wounds, iodine, fine wine, snappy vine, pine, dine, yeast germs, itchy skin, bing tim, brain teen, frata, booty wop wop, give slop, just a drop, bebop, cop, recop, drop. Not dealing. We're lying, we're dying, we're not even trying, we're stuffing and spilling and not even dealing. We walk on each other while abusing our mother, blame the madness on some other brother. We're stealing and killing, our ego head filling. We're mistaking, acting, faking, not giving, just taking. Our own peace we're breaking with the junk that we're making. We're lying, we're dying, and not even trying. And this is the poem I wrote when I found out that Jerry's was closing. It's called The Gong. Nothing finer in the morning, the refills never end. They come from all directions to meet their diner friends. Spend what you've earned, Spend what you've learned, take your backroom turn. Kola fart, heart to heartburn. Spend the day, wrong and right, spend the day and half the night. Good to be away from home, in our home, away from home. Glad to listen to the townies who care. Lazy, crazy, aware if you dare. We come together, we come to be. Roof overhead, paper in hand, meet your favorite band. Hang the flyers, hear the town crier in the center of our forever. Connecting love, connected with land, spinning around, around again. It's always been a base, a friend. Now they're saying it's the end. Thank you. I'd like to thank Jerry Goodwin for not only bringing us the diner, but one point when my daughter was about 3 years old, she got took away from me. They were calling me an unfit mother, and Jerry came to my defense for free and helped me out. It was really cool.
Thank you, Sue Kola, and now Mark Ingram.
Hello. Yeah, this stool's pretty familiar. I think I heard Blue Velvet too many times.
Sure.
I only have one poem, I guess. I mean, I wrote plenty of poems while I was there, but we just don't write much about the girls. See, I remember scrubbing that girl, you know. Foxconn and I were talking about it, and they were bitching at me for it. The thing just never got clean. It just, and I'd leave there at 6 a.m. and I think that is probably my best memory of it, and that's why I wrote it. It's called 6 a.m. Unstable Sanctuary. Lead me memories back to the red, to the town's diversity converging upon the solemn midnight wheel of life. That beat red loneliness was the death of me. It's gone and never to return, and I'm afraid I'm gone too. Its roof cried rain gathered in buckets, suffered wind and snow and glorious empty sunrises. The streets were ghost and bare. The darkness battled light and life burning inside its fragile walls. It's gone and never to return, and I am gone too. When the diner closed, I remember because nothing ever really hit me until it closed, because then it just wasn't there anymore. And there was no place to go. It just sit on the street corner. And as you know, I couldn't pay rent that month, so I had to go, you know. So I suppose it's a neat place.
Let's take about a 5-minute.
How to run it. It's filming now. Just hold on your shoulder like this and look through the thing.
Has it got audio or?
Yeah.
Eddie, where should I put your coffee?
See this button right there? Yeah. That's how you stop recording.
Eddie, dear, where should I put your coffee?
Just walk all around and film everybody.
Film me or
Video at Jerry's Diner. Sort of. TMC. George is going to be doing something sick, so he's not here to come tonight. That's a shot of Julius walking toward the steps. I can't close my left eye, look at my right eye, so I can't see the so filming all these people. I think a blonde in these people. on the steps, smiling. Girl that Eddie brought in with a 35mm. I'll follow him. That's Eric. Ignore him as much as possible.
If you want to watch a drug deal go down, go downstairs.
Yeah, get a drug deal on film.
Video! That's Joe in the middle of the table. Maybe we'll take a shot over this one. See that? See that
This
camera?
coffee makes me fart.
That's art. See,
This coffee makes me
that's
fart.
coffee.
I have gas because of this. No.
Is there
people who don't want to be on film.
I disapprove of video. Go back to Super 8.
Super 8 rules? Video sucks.
That's art.
Video sucks.
A lot of
Super 8. Video sucks.
We're going to show you more art now. See that?
Video sucks.
That's what, young man? Please give your name.
Video sucks. We're Muammar Gaddafi, both of us.
I know who you are. Your name's Jeff. I know who you are. Your name's Donnie.
Super 8. Haha, that's not my name.
More art. Lots more art. That's a ceiling. That's not art. Man with a hat. Where did he go? See, the problem is I'm left-handed and I'm not able to shut my left eye so I can look out of this correctly. There we go. This camera was made for like right-handed people, and I'm not able to do it. There we go. I think Eddie would get upset with me if I keep his camera anymore. Oh well. Where did Matt go? Okay, right now I am not going to look into the camera at all.
That's all.
Here after night and so on. So that's the time I remember most. And that was the time when Debbie Diner and her sister were the main waitresses. And I happened to mention them, so I say that. After that, I kind of stopped going, except occasionally. And in the 80s, I hardly went at all. So I'll probably kind of give you an idea of what the diner was like before most of the people who have talked about it so far, except for Jerry himself. Okay, the press that's down in the basement right under us now was bought somewhere around 72 or 3 by a group of poets in Kent, and was used to put out broadsides. Later on, it was passed on to SDS around, this was around, what would have been around 68, 69, it was passed on to SDS. They used it for pamphlets and newspapers. When SDS got busted, it got sent to Buffalo and became one of the main presses of Rim 2, which was one of the more rational factions of SDS. Eventually it came back to Kent and was in the basement in the Lilac House. Then somebody took it over for another poetry press, but couldn't quite get it running. And bounced around for quite a while, finally winding up in the basement here. And one of the people who was involved in that press, of course, was Jake Lee, who, when he came to Kent, started the poetry readings. There was really no poetry, no public poetry in Kent before his time, except in a couple of the early, late 50s, early 60s coffee houses, which soon went out. and an occasional English club reading. But it was Jake, when he came in 63 or 64, who really started the poetry reading tradition at Kent. Okay, I want to read Jake's poem, starting at Jerry's. I think he wrote this just after coming back from Japan. Cake just baked of new and unknown kind, thinking how it's necessary to live with large spaces of time, uncommitted and unhabituated. Someone comes in through vestibule door creak, taking her jacket off to hang on hook, turning with a smile, it's as radiant to see flash as sun in Ohio winter, to tell whoever she's meeting exuberantly her problems putting 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. Listening also to the insisting bursts and repetitions and angers of the depressed starer in watch cap who stared straight ahead for 10 minutes and now is flailing verbs wildly at a friend. Furious because he wants a car, the only goddamn thing, and in paranoid error says his friend's trying to tell him it's stupid when it isn't. And being lectured to in high, though informal didactic style, by guy working counter today I haven't seen before, as he refills my teacup that you always pour water over the tea bag, never put bag into water, damages flavor like Scotch ice cubes, and is controverted by guy with Jean Gant, while I wonder whether damage to flavor of this thrice-used tea bag is detectable by how refined an instrument. As down at right end, camera boy murmurs to counterman, it's for KSU documentary class, and leans in to snap a few stills along our noses. The refilling of the cigarette vending machine having been completed by this time, so that end of the counter is occupiable again, and Jim has coffee before he goes. Sitting down in a single line along which all the talk rises like one line of beans being the whole garden, or one slot through which talk about heaven and bread enters the universe like mail, or like the insect life in the shadow of one telephone pole, or like what you can see of a dark room by the crack door from the lighted hall. Who was here and when they left, and whether they'll come back and when, needing money, common talk, sitting without talk among it. Empty fork lying upfranked on the paper plate, soiled slightly brown by the cake, which was excellent. Okay, I want to read a poem about Jerry's Diner that I read the beginning of last time, and I've added a few more lines to it. It mentions some of the people who used to be habitués of Jerry's Diner who have since become famous. Chrissy Hine, who you probably know about. Chris Butler, who started the band The Waitresses, and a few others that you'll probably recognize. Okay, once upon a time, sitting in Jerry's Diner, I was reading Ford's Flag of Ecstasy and was moved to make a list of 100 inanimate versions. And this is how it began. Animate versions in medias res diners, anti-bifurcationist diner, bi diner, die diner, dyed in the wool diner, Jimmy Dine diner, George Siegel diner, long goodbye diner, megabyte diner, and this bullet with its nipped and waist will in diner, desolate as a gangplank diner, desolate as a staircase diner, desolate as a dead fireplace diner, red and black bracketed hardy test diner, burned out case diner. Thinking of Barcelona diner, day hung between your hands diner, stray white rat who roams your loins diner, looking for a home diner. Sub basement of the Titanic diner. Titmouse, that's a tiny bird diner. Someone's gone diner, every man for himself diner, and God against all diner. Chrissy's little Heinz diner, shit shoveling butler mimic diner, devolution diner, devoted black hole diner, orbiting waitresses diner, pussy strut he sings diner, sat, sack, and slack diner, person full abduction diner, how many trees in Platonist romance diner, always right now diner, Phoebe Snow globe vision counter diner, watch out for them nightshades diner, zero draft diner, nothing doing diner, debit diner, past haunted eyes diner, veterans of the Cold War diner, ah, but the silence of the sirens diner, postmodern love diner, goodbye now Plato Hegel diner, after good company at Water Street Saloon or Jerry Simon diner, parabolic hash browns diner, blurred in genres good diner, sills and margins of the world diner, Jules and Jim Blues diner, enter from behind diner, Willie full of gas diner, Charles Henry Ford in mirror rampant diner, sincerest form of flattery diner, Nikon and Diana diner, foam of the stars diner, swallowing the flame diner, uninhabited beauty diner, crocodile works diner, rapid fire centerfold diner, cinema verite diner, dead dog saloon diner, unretouched photo diner. What was the color of that bear again diner? What willow fishes Freudian smutter diner, mother diner, tonton makut cute diner, puny diner, most acute of diners, dined hair diner, quadratic rage of Akron coffee diner. That things will continue as they are is the catastrophe diner. Enormous changes at the last minute diner, mock pecan oatmeal oh la la pie diner, cusp catastrophe diner. Cursing mythical Manhattan diner, curve of that emotion diner, first declension of the flesh diner, Lyell's hypothesis again pie diner, alibi light of cities diner, Our Lady of the Pinballs diner, inconsolable cracked creamer diner, burning river splendor diner, still moment diner, a certain slant flamingo diner, over easy cosmic comics diner, in the visibility of the present diner, know the secrets of the stars diner, retrospectively direction of desire diner, earlier rushes diner, zero for conduct and deflated diner, last deep blue of night diner, soon it is day diner, bitter grapes diner, picking the scab diner, grand hotel abyss diner, impossible to divine diner, soon to be kimchi diner, or so they say, they say diner, struts, stuttering diner, and that makes 99 diner, and that's a lie, or is it diner? And that's as far as I got diner.
Order home fries and get the whole state of Idaho on your plate diner. Spuds. I'm sorry. Actually, that's the second one you almost. Actually, the Spuds come from near Manaway. They don't come from Idaho or Maine. Now, Carlos Dinbergs. Thank you, Roman, very much.
It's titled Crawl on the Counter. In Jerry's diner, way at the other end of the counter, place your hand with a few magazines open, touching the skin, with those starry eyes shooting at the side, sitting on a red stool with someone's legs apart. Past midnight with light so bright above our heads, something's got to go wild. My plate of fries gives some great appetite with some vinegar to satisfy. Look deep in the teacup, which is a waving mirror. Just walk past a few stools and someone turns their head. So you walk past some stools. Somebody else may watch the traffic, but who should give a flying fuck? Out of shyness, can't help looking away. My lightning bolts can thunder so vigorously, so they should rattle the whole damn counter and make your teacups and your plates just dancing in the air. Veins like electric wire hooked up around you, which startled the walls with the windows almost to shatter. Someone outside looking so shocked. Well, what a damn scene. But once in a while, it's so damn hard to close shut my shooting star eyes, bouncing on the counter with a million reflections and sticking to the ceiling. Slowly, my plate shall crash into yours, and your plate shall crash into mine. On the slippery counter, everyone watches, but who shall give a shit? I just stick my fingers in your plate, and you rub your fingers in my plate. Accidentally, I shall spill my tea on your thighs, and you shall spill the tea on my thighs. Well, too bad it's not sherry. It can't be afforded. Let's both crawl on the counter and into one another's plate, watching with their shocking eyes. Trembling hands, they drop their forks and knives between their legs. Oh, what a horny sensation they can never resist.
First, I have a poem from Ralph with Charity. He sent this to Mr. Mayor, and Robert passed it on to George Murray to read tonight, and George passed it on to me, which you will get to hear. Ralph with Charity. Sad, dark tunnel now. The screen door down by the grill is what I remember, but in my mind's eye I see into, not out of. I don't remember watching out of at all. Only the folks worked there did that. The rest of us watched them, watched the ghost street glinting in their eyes as we sat. And dirty Levi's. Most of my memories featured gals in dirty Levi's, old heavy cups, soup. Lazy accents glanced into trick closets, world-weary drag, those cups audible on that heavy old stone counter. No, I never felt at home there. I liked it when it was empty. The screen door gave the lie. It was where I'd go before every poetry reading. It was the coup at the end of every graceless long night of foregone conclusions. The way the joint was, those dirty Levi's were right in your face. Too sobering, actually. No. I never wrote there, never hung out. I was never young enough to laze into its drag murmurings. I was a user, but in moderation. Where I'd go to find out again why I didn't like blue jeans. Oh, and the sheer vertiginous stupidity of the entrance. Major Reagan never drank there, and that was just more of what I resented about it. Little funky clubhouse. But so nice in winter to sit up so close to their grill. Funny stuff on the walls, clippings and notes and found junk. A homemade confusion of signs, perhaps the town's loveliest wall. Just tons of good characters worked there over the years. Some folks could write there, some could hang. Sad, dark tunnel now.
I hung out there and worked there, and I wrote there, and I have something that was written about Jerry's, I think, kind of catches the madness of Jerry's. And it's called About. There's a blue frost croaking sexy four-door. There's a champ paper toaster flattens collar. We three have no Switzerland cafe in the fall. He's a summer Bo Diddley, lilies white with rage. The map mechanic's not for sale, he's expired. Ripped open shopkeeper, made in Holland X, and God knows what. Where's the logic? Hitchhiker documents the chassis, orders weights about, post hole digger, sign says buried cable, shaking transit, Atlantic. Pacify the torture voice, 3 hours past curfew, fat sunrise. Where's the ramp fold-out, chart of unknown billows? Cough out cash for credit due your maker, including me. It's nonsense, silly brush with disaster, if once a dozen times. Queer light cube dishes at a discount lecture, red cable coach jeers romance sister in the beanery with Paco short on cooks and librarians. That Spanish-speaking mouse screaming, no more home fries, no more stationery in the toaster. No bug, stomach-curdled minute music, black embroidery, six-pack, flat tire noise. If Kansas on the map, skis, fashion models, limber counter wizard. Let's get serious. Built this dream czar microphobia. Beady sleep alarm smoke cut clean across the room. Against the hall, this is your last chance. Dreary-eyed, fish-breathing, free orphan air breaks up, black backs out, sneeze, laundry, shiftless, submarine. I could use some dental work. Seasick doctors waiting. And I found a poem today. Let's get it out here. Kind of a found poem. Like a shopping list or something. Water bread, baked dog, bathed plants. No. Water dog, baked plants, bathed breads. No. Water plants, baked bread, bathed dog, rice. One other thing. I did this Monday, but I'm going to do it again for Cindy. It's a little different. And it has something to do with the diner. It starts out with a dream that has the diner in it. I was back there the other night. I have to put on my mask. To-go container. The mind is to-go container. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Las Vegas, El Mom, diner, cash register, picture keys, hash bus, hippies, Kalima, Black Bear, parking lot, near escape, good cop. Through the open window flew the phoenix, where there's always force. Through the window, the whiteness, the light of it all, the eye of the mirror, the tail, the spiral, close to center, close with her, closer to look at, through the empty space, filled dreams, inverted, giants passing. The moment, the next act, the heart of the ocean, drawn to it again, to sit in deep silence, silent in the house, inside the volcano, inside the tornado, hurricane inside, above, avalanche above. No glass separating other into image, through frame, no walls, once was window, barriers, the object out, seeing there, being it, into going, you, a bird, flight into open city traffic, intense city traffic, night in open city, all windows gone, no barriers. Glass, seeing what is there, separate from it, out there, that's what a door is for. Not a door though, a window. Glass is gone. Seeing is being there. If window open, and you a bird. You become a bird, free to fly. Sight, going, being gone, there, the thought, focused on becoming, focus on that, then act, becoming, no walls, no house, no container, self in it all, self in every me of it, even you, me, even the house with walls, looking up the window, walking out the door, from here to there, become that. Houses, boxes, cells, connected, large centers, sending impulses between, working to become, to know, the pain of shedding into new being, new skin around the space, empty space inside, with hole in wall, a picture frame, going through to trust in, keep belief, release, relief, mirror, reflect, reveal, a box, a room on wheels, the sphere of self, being in your office or your vehicle, car wash consciousness, office consciousness. There are other roles. Are these merely opposed? What is a wall, a room, a window, door? To separate, enclose, contain, allow light, give vent, give view, give passage. Do not travel in the dark without windows, mirrors, closed box. No opening, no light, dark inside, with setting daylight out. Water on glass. No bad guys, no bad guys. Water on glass, no bad guys. And yet, I am not who I'm becoming. I look here inside this vehicle who I am, all that I have collected, all I am to be. My aim is becoming that, not this, not this. All I am becoming, with all I have collected, drawn in, conceived, woven, illumined, giving birth and breath to the depth, yet open, encased, in secret, hidden, heart-testing, lost, silent, rapid, still, lasting, free, self-contained, returning and enveloping you and all within to this becoming. The Buddhist sayings that take refuge in the, what do they say, Sangha and Dharma. I used to say I take refuge in the diner. Where is the diner now that I need it? So I'm looking for the diner in my heart. Endless home fries.
Patrick, you're still cooking. And now Elizabeth Alton.
Crystal Elizabeth Alton. These are, I just pulled them together today, various notes, musings, ramblings I've taken while at the diner, out of memory, out of notebooks, out of space. Like to open up with? It is a violation of federal law to use this product in a manner inconsistent with its labeling. Note to physician. Probable mucosal damage may contraindicate the use of gastric lavage. Measures against circulatory shock, respiratory depression, and convulsion may be needed. Piece never to be finished. I'll have a cup of coffee, okay? I'm not going to begin by, I won't even try to describe the diner. If you've been there, you know. If you haven't, can't say much. Small red building located somewhere in Kent, Ohio. 18 stools, marble counter. Best coffee in town, and a special place to some people. Soon after arriving in Kent, I overheard some people talking about the diner. The next night, a friend and I went in search of it, not knowing exactly where it was. We found it. Went back there 2 more times that week, and a habit was formed. Later I worked there, but by that time I avoided it at night, just too insane in that bad sort of way. It was a great place to be early in the morning, or very late at night, whichever way you came to see the level of light changing as the sun rose in the east, behind the diner. I always loved to lean back against the counter that way and look. It had changed a bit, even a bit before I started working there. The older workers left, were replaced, the mood changed. Slowly business fell off. It always does that in the winter anyway. But in the spring I'd start to sneeze. The diner being close enough to the river to catch the cottonwood pollen started to flip out, and it was just getting to be too much for me. Bummed out in the job, politicking, incompetence. Quote, I just didn't feel comfortable there, said a friend. Guess I wasn't punk enough. Indeed. That's the way it seemed, Time wore on. Considered quitting, but I couldn't, or never got around to it. Found a scratchy Neil Young record in the back. Now every time I hear the song, Only Love Can Break Your Heart, I remember those last weeks in the diner. Finally it closed, June 1st. The rest of my life was like living in dead space. For many reasons, for me, but the diner's closing seemed to sort of symbolize it. I felt I had to break free. Left town and went north. In Alaska, I wrote my diner poem. If I'd written any diner poems, I'd lost them. And as I was standing here, I just remembered one. But this is the poem I wrote in Ketchikan. It's not very good, but for certain reasons I think it stands as a better diner poem just for its inadequacy. Steam and stainless steel, eggs and potatoes, all-night coffee with that endless ashtray, senses beaten and on edge, noise in that yellow light. Those nights myself driven near the edge, looking back, they gave me strength. I got in a letter from a friend there while I was in Alaska. He wrote, quote, I saw this real old skinny guy in Klein's Market, and he said, someone's cleaning up the old boxcar lunch. I miss that place. Used to go there because it's the only place in town my wife wouldn't go. Best to remember it with a smile. So those who really miss the place, they were a part of it. When I see them, they never fail to make some acknowledgement to me. So it was a cool place to hang out, and they found something else. There's others with little ties to the diner, but now it's closed, they feel they're obligated to make a big deal out of it. And what's it matter? I don't know where I fit in. I wander around, I don't have a place to stop. Aces closes early, and AQ too. And anyhow, their coffee isn't as good. Or you can pay more and rub elbows at yuppies, I don't care. I never wrote the piece I had planned to, and the diner's no longer the right subject or structure for that. So there, here we are. This'll have to do. That'll be 53 cents. The diner poem I do recall writing while I was there, which I think anybody that works here could sing along with me. Okay, we go 7 times. Number 2, over easy whole wheat toast. 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 Coffee.
Patrick said he'd like to hear more stories, and I think he's going to get his wish. Diane, who used to be a waitress once.
I can't deal with them. Aces? Where's Aces? What's Aces? Never heard of the place. Only walked by it 5 times a day to go to the bar or wherever else I was going. A lot of young kids used to come to the diner, and I got to meet them, and now they're my friends. But if it wasn't for the diner and all the working hours, I probably wouldn't know anybody in this town. I came here from what I thought was a small hick town until I came here. Now I'm not sure it was too small, or that Kent's not just as small a place as many people. But I don't know. To me, the diner was someplace fun for everyone to do their own thing, and everyone had a slice of it. It's not a single person that worked there, not even for a day, who didn't leave a mark somehow. It wasn't graffiti in the bathroom. It was some sort of wild comment about someone who worked there that would make us all laugh for a week. But the things I remember most are the coworkers and how much they used to bitch about it, and now they're saying how much they love it, and it shows back, and I think it's pretty ironic. That's all.
If no one else has a story or something they wish to relate, then we'll take a break and then have the open reading. And we're also waiting for Ms. Judy Gray. Thank you.
There's so much I can do with it. There's veal scallopini and cordon bleu. Oscar, veal marsala. Piccata, veal florentine. And you don't need a special reason to serve veal, just someone special to serve it to.
Finest, first-class shopping, total lower cost.
Once, Granny May advertised her small cookie company in the Ohio Bell Yellow Pages.
It's faster, partner.
Of course, her business has improved since then, and so have we. Ameritech Pages Plus, the original Ohio Bell Yellow Pages. In 1957, you could find 29 people in an Ohio Bell phone booth, but only 1 Yellow Pages. Today, there's still just 1.
Okay, pizza, who wants what?
Meatless. Ameritech Pages Plus. Next to the phone, there's nothing better.
You gotta follow your heart. Don't fight it.
You've got a hunger that's real. In New York today, a surprise snowstorm. A whole foot of it came down in Albany today. Many other areas in the eastern part of that state are without power tonight. Albany Airport has been closed and motorists are warned to stay off the roads. You know, it seems awfully early for that. They must have been floored if they woke up and found that snow.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, this is October 2nd. I mean, we just came out of summertime, and I've got a meteorologist friend that works in the Albany area, and I'd like to say that he actually did mention snow, which was a tough thing to do at this time of the year. However, he said this morning when he woke up, it was like overseas in Beirut. He said the gunfire, the trees were snapping everywhere, a foot of snow, lightning and thunder, and of course, many of the trees still have a lot of leaves left on the trees, and the snow being caught by all those leaves just weighted them down. That's why they had so many branches break. But an incredible scene there in eastern New York, and we would have had it here in Cleveland yesterday, except for Lake Erie, nice and warm, and it prevented the snow here and prevented a frost last night. All right, tonight it's not as cold as it was last night. Our sky is clear right now. We have a temperature of 47. It is kind of chilly out there, but not quite as cold as it was last night. The humidity is 63%. The wind's coming out of a warmer weather wind direction now. It's out of the southwest at 7 miles per hour. I want to show you what happened across our state last night, and it was interesting. Lake Erie did save us from having